Do you have any more questions?
I have.
Oh my goodness.
The next one is, if you can share some of your most memorable experience that you had when you were in charge of EY Academy.
Okay. I'm saying again, wow. 30 years is a long time, and there are many memorable events. However, I have to say that probably one which strikes me most is the fact that we developed ACCA.
Yes.
And the reason I say this is because we had a vision. And at that time, many people were against it because what are going to bring a UK qualification in Poland, nobody speaks English, blah, blah, blah. But of course, the Polish young people were very good in English. They had the will, they had the enthusiasm, they had the dreams. And at that time, to develop ACCA in Poland was a big challenge, if anything, because it was more of a UK-based qualification. And therefore, we had to partner with ACCA to change the content, to convert it from UK-based accounting standards, for example, to then IAS, which today are known as IFRS, to remove UK tax law and introduce Polish tax law and so on and so forth. So that was a lot of work. It was hugely successful. It was the beginning of the Polish ACCA society, which is extremely successful and known around the planet. And that was for many people who are today in very high positions, either in Poland or abroad, originates from this ACCA project, so to say. The other memorable event in the course of my life with the Academy was, I think, we have probably trained every internal auditor in the public sector, which was a big risk, a big challenge, but we made it. We had to translate everything in professional Polish. And I remember many came to our courses, not only for the course itself, but also to take the materials, because there were no equivalent materials in Polish. And of course, one memory I have, which is also anecdotal, I always had this ambition to create an MBA in finance, to do something with good universities. And I failed until one day when I was sitting in a flight from Warsaw to Wrocław, and who is next to me was the prorector of the top university in Poland. We exchanged cards. In those days, we had wizytówki. Today, we don't need them. I thought, this must be a gift from God. So we started talking about programs and blah, blah. And that was the beginning of all the degree courses that we developed with top universities.
With
𝐻𝐞𝐭'𝐬 in particular. And I have to say that we are the only partner of 𝐻𝐞𝐭'𝐬 that actually developed with our own resources, our own skills, our own methodologies, and we have truly partnered with 𝐻𝐞𝐭'𝐬 to develop great successful programs, which, of course, you know.
Yeah, 𝐻𝐞𝐭'𝐬 was the first university, right? Then 𝐾𝐞𝐭'𝐬, Academy of Lisbon, and a number of other prestigious universities that we are working with.
Yes. So this was something that I will never...
That you remember.
Yeah.
What changes have you seen in the learning industry over those 30 years? How this industry has changed?
Absolutely, there have been changes, and the major change is technology.
Right.
And technology has helped us a lot. if you know how to use technology, then you can really motivate people. You can give them direct attention. You can create networks which were never created in the past. And from my own recent experience, this gives a lot of opportunities to our clients from any part of the planet.
Yeah.
So they can exchange experiences, they can exchange stories, they can create a resource base on which everybody benefits from. But very importantly, technology has helped me. I mean, I started with a blackboard in Kielce, and most of the żarówki were off, and we couldn't even see in this dark room. And there was a broken blackboard and a bulb of chalk, which with which we could write on the blackboard. Then we went on to the overhead projector and the folio. Then we went to slideshows, and today we are sitting around our laptops and we talk with so many people around the world, exchanging experiences and all of that. But technology also helps in giving personalized, individualized attention to the participant. The participant doesn't have to be in this room. It can be miles away or thousands of kilometers away, and we can upload resources, we can chat, we can give advice, and we, as teachers, this is very fulfilling. And because you are doing it with your new platform, I believe. We haven't discussed much about this. I know we started talking about it, but maybe for the third time, if I may, I can ask you to tell us about this, because I know this is something that you are very proud of.
Yes, I mean the brand new technology platform is something that which will drive our digital strategy in EY Academy, definitely. And I'm happy that we have a tool actually that can scale any type of content that EY has, right? So it will not only help us to drive, as I said, EY Academy digital strategy, a learning strategy, and this learning on demand, but will also help EY to have such a tool, and I'm sure it's going to be used globally for a number of reasons.
So you're saying that this tool was developed in Poland, EY Poland, and it's going to be projected and used by EY Global.
And I think it's going to be used by EY globally. And we have at the moment, a number of cases, like, for example, recruitment process and cases for students that want to join EY in the future. So creating a kind of digital universities for people who can join EY, right? One case. Second, around business development, how we want to deliver the content to clients, and then maybe do some test profiling and then help them, to match better services to their needs. So I think, we as EY Academy created the tool, which will not only help us, but also will help EY, to deliver the content to the clients in a mass scale, right?
Okay.
But having said, about as we are discussing the trends, right? I'm also looking naturally in this business, what are the trends in the future, and I strongly believe, that the future of learning will be really learner centered, right? As you said, it's going to be personalized. I think the technology will still do a massive change, right? It's going to be more flexible. It's going to be more collaborative. When you think about learning, I think, personalization and adaptation will be enabled by AI and data analytics, right? Definitely, right? So people will have the right content, they are interest to them, which will address the methodology, taking into account their strengths, weaknesses, the way how they learn. So this personal and adaptive learning, this is one trend that we are, in EY Academy really focus on at the moment, right? Second is micro-learning, which is already happening, right? In e-learning platforms, you see that there is not massive content delivered in 8 hours, but you have small piles of knowledge that can be easily managed and they are adaptable, right? third point, I would point out the technology, but let's say moving like the entire experience of learning into the virtual world, right? I mean, this already happens. We do it also in EY Academy. We have trainings where we include VR experience in these trainings. But I think this is the future, right? And tomorrow, I mean, in 10 years, in 20 years, we will just have, Googles, and we can meet with anyone, anywhere, all over the world and try to train and learn. And finally, the trend that I'm also looking at is like this collaborative education, right? Where people using the platforms are benefiting from their experience and benefiting from the knowledge
from each other
as peer-to-peer, right? Process. So this is something that I'm observing very much at the moment, and also thinking how to incorporate that into EY Academy, right? I mean, there are a lot of trends that we should focus, like in the theory of signals, right? I mean, you have drivers. The drivers send some noise. The noise converts into trends, and some are really strong and will last, and some they will just fail and they will not become lasting trends, right?
Can I ask one other question? Have you ever worn those goggles that you mentioned?
Yes, I did.
Because I have never. So how is it?
I mean, it depends on the goggles. It depends on the software, right?
Okay.
But usually it's okay.
Okay.
I invite you to EY Academy to test. Right?
I have to come. I accept your invitation.
All right, Marinos. So we talked about a bit how we as EY Academy adapted to these changes. Maybe my last question to you would be, as we celebrate this 30-year anniversary, it's a kind of big milestone in our history. I mean, what are your hopes for the future of EY Academy?
My hopes for the future of the EY Academy, they are not hopes. I am sure that the EY Academy will continue the journey. The journey doesn't change. What changes is the spacecraft, which is more modern, more powerful, more innovative, which will take the Academy further and further towards the destination. It's not the destination which matters, it's the journey. This journey will take our clients to a sustainable growth and will enable them to create value. And I am sure the EY Academy of Business will continue on this journey. And as Ernst used to say, the E of the EY, Ernst, we are as good as our people are. So I have no doubt what will come after. And Young used to say, I aim to invest in the development of expertise. So I know where the EY Academy is heading for.
That's true. Thank you, Marinos, very much for this discussion.
Thank you, Krzysztof. I really thank you, and I am really honored that you asked me to come to this.
Thank you for accepting the invitation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to you all.
Thank you, everyone.
And as Marinos said, we need to invest in our people. We need to invest in expertise. We need to invest in skills that will allow us to succeed in this disrupted world. Thank you very much.